It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday. I hope you survived the weekend all right. Boy, it was hot and humid. The air felt heavy when you stepped outside. We have heat advisories extending into today and tomorrow because that heat from the weekend, well, it's with us this week too. Temperatures are starting out in the mid 70s early this morning, and we are going to see hot and humid weather today and tomorrow. Really, I think it lingers through Wednesday also. So we may need to extend some of those heat headlines through Wednesday as well. But you know the drill. At this point, you just got to use caution in weather like this. This has been a sustained heat wave for us here in the Ozarks, and we are going to hold on to the high heat with temperatures heading to the mid 90s. I've got 96 for that high temperature forecast in Springfield today. Now, much like the weekend, there's going to be this isolated opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms. And where it rains, it could pour, but they don't last very long. And they don't really bring us any heat relief. It feels pretty muggy once those storms move on. There is going to be a chance for some isolated afternoon thunderstorm activity with some heavy rain, potentially some gusty winds. And that's basically going to be a daily chance for us this week, too. I expect that we hold on to the heat advisory. Currently, the Weather Service has that issued through 7 p.m. tomorrow, but dangerous heat is continuing into tomorrow afternoon. And there will be this isolated storm chance, but as I mentioned, it's not enough to cool anybody off. So everybody in the Ozarks has some sort of heat headline. We are talking risks here being heat exhaustion, heat stroke, dehydration, and very little relief in the nighttime because temperatures are starting out so warm. This morning's a great example of that with numbers in the mid 70s as you're heading out the door. Isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible today. That's also true tomorrow and basically every day in the 7-day forecast. I do have good news to deliver, though, on this Monday morning. We get cooler temperatures later this week. It's going to come at the end of the work week. In fact, I think it's Thursday before we feel any relief from this heat wave. High temperatures will likely be falling to the 80s by Thursday afternoon, and heat index values will remain very high until that cool off gets there. Heat index value today around 110. That will hold true tomorrow too. I still think Wednesday is hot and muggy, and then we'll see a frontal boundary come through Wednesday that will knock those temperatures down for Thursday and Friday. In fact, we could be in the low 80s Thursday and Friday, which will feel so nice compared to the heat that we've been experiencing for nearly 8 days now. Around the country, what we're talking about is this dangerous, long-lasting extreme heat expanding for much of the southeastern portion of the country. If you look at the national map, there are heat headlines everywhere. We've also got heavy rain and severe weather making headlines today for portions of eastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota, and even into northern Iowa. And there are heat headlines in many places. This means more than 20 million people will be affected by extreme heat, especially early this week. So we are not just dealing with this heat wave here in the Ozarks. It is a widespread issue, and we are all looking forward to some of the relief that we will see by the end of the week. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question. It was the news of the weird last week. And here's the question that I left you with on Friday. In 2013, a British man was banned from a pub for attempting to pay his tab with what unusual item? What do you think he attempted to pay with? A live chicken, a bag of potatoes, a homemade painting, or a jar of pickled eggs? The answer is A, but I suppose you could make the pickled eggs with the answer A. A live chicken. Yes, he thought that his chicken was exceptional and that it would serve as payment for his tab. So congrats if a live chicken was your guess. Here's the quiz question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. What is the term for the amount of water vapor present in the air? Do you think that's A, absolute humidity, B, relative humidity, C, specific humidity, or D, dew point? You can take your guess on your weather knowledge. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much for starting off your new week here with me. Hard to believe it's almost August. Feels like it though. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a fantastic Monday. Stay cool. We'll chat again first thing tomorrow.